Alright, guys, welcome to my fourth episode of Wrestling Gets Real. It's been a long time coming. I finally got some content to talk about, so here it is. Alright, first up, AEW. I'm just going to start out with saying that I have not missed an AEW episode since it started. I have not watched NXT since AEW started. I've watched all of AEW's pay-per-views, and I've been a long-time wrestling fan. I support what AEW is doing. I mean, anybody can go and get, you know, guys that have been around 10, 12, 15, 20, 30 years and put them on TV for like the 2000th time and say, here's your spotlight back. I mean, anybody can do that. But it takes a real company to go out and put guys that the so-called big promotions don't want on TV and say, here's your stage, have at it. Like Christopher Daniels. WWE didn't want him. They said he was too old. But yet, he still moves better and wrestles better than half of the roster that WWE has. Lucha Brothers. There's no way WWE would have brought them in and killed them. Like, they would have squashed their characters in a heartbeat. And then you got guys like Santana and Ortiz. WWE's all, oh yeah, they're going to go on NXT. But then, where did they go? They ended up in AEW. And you got guys like Jon Moxley, Jericho, the Rhodes Brothers, Awesome Kong, who else? Billy Gunn, Tommy Dreamer, Glacier from WCW, for fuck's sake. Or WWF, I don't know which one, I'm not that old. But, I mean, you got these guys that, like, are well known, but at the same time that didn't want to be under the political crap that WWE puts out. And so they left and took the risk of joining a new company. And much like when people left for Impact Wrestling, much like when people left when WCW and WWE were in their Monday Night War, people jumped from show to show or whatever, and it happens. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't get mad at somebody for it. But WWE is going to do what they're going to do, and AEW is going to do what AEW does. And right now, AEW is doing it better. I mean, you got people like Jim Cornette who want to bitch because someone like Rio beat Nyla Rose. Okay, if Nyla Rose would have won that match, then people would have been like, "Oh, she's the big, monster. Of course, she's going to win," and then she's never going to get over. But you put someone like her in the ring with someone like Nyla or someone like Rio, and she wins. Then you see Nyla as, yeah, she's good, but she also has, she can also lose. I mean, come on. Rey Mysterio beat the Big Show. He beat Great Khali. I mean, no, I don't know if he beat him. I don't remember if he beat him ever, but he wrestled the Big Show. He wrestled the Great Khali. He wrestled the Undertaker and Kane and all these other big guys. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same concept. And then, again, Jim Cornette complained about Marco Stunt. And honestly, I think he's good. I mean, if you watched the last AEW pay-per-view, he did a sick-ass twisting DDT on one of the Lucha Brothers. I don't have notes in front of me, so I don't remember which one it was. But they did like this toss, and he spun into a twisting DDT. And honestly, I just think the quality of AEW is better. Like, I mean, you take a show, NXT, that I've hated for years, okay? I've hated NXT since it was the stupid elimination show when like the Nexus was born and all that crap. And then they brought it back and they changed it over to an actual TV show. And then they put it on WWE Network because it wasn't getting draws on TV, but because AEW is coming around, oh, let's throw another show on TV. We already have 15 other shows that we have to produce. Let's do another one on TV. I mean, they got Raw, they got SmackDown, they got Main Event, they got the 205 Live is supposed to be its own show. I mean, you can only do so many shows for one company. I mean, having Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Main Event, Superstars, freaking 205 Live. You go to a freaking show like a SmackDown and you could see 6 shows in one night. It's stupid. But yeah, I mean, I support AEW and what they're doing. But yeah, I've just been listening to Jim Cornette run down AEW, and he runs down the Young Bucks and Marco Stunt and all this other stuff because he cannot get his head out of the past. And yeah, he blocked me on Twitter, and I honestly I don't care. I took offense to him calling out the Juggalos because I am a very proud Juggalo, and him saying that we're all a bunch of crack smoking, inbred, whatever the fuck he said, shit. And no, Juggalos are a family. Yeah, there are some that do stupid shit that they shouldn't be doing, but that's not all of them. So I called him out on it, and he apparently blocked me on Twitter. Whoops, whatever. Anyways, on to other things. Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez at Crown Jewel. Honestly, if Cain Velasquez doesn't win this match, then it's stupid. Because, I mean, yeah, him and Brock have UFC history together. But also, you got to look at it from this. Money Mayweather, so-called, beat the Big Show. Yeah, he had to use brass knuckles to do it. But, I mean, if he can beat the Big Show, there's no reason why Cain Velasquez, who TKO'd Brock Lesnar in UFC, shouldn't be able to beat him. Another thing is this thing with Dominic being attacked by Brock, I think is ridiculous. I don't see the point of it. Honestly, I really don't. I don't understand it. Because it's not like Dominic's going to come in and face Brock Lesnar. I mean, come on. That would kill his career before it even got started. What's up? What else? And then we have WWE holding people hostage, like Luke Harper. He wanted out of his contract, and WWE wouldn't let him. The Hardy Boys, who have been inactive for quite some time now, their contracts are extended into 2020 and 2021. WWE used to let people out of their contracts early if they wanted out, but now all of a sudden, we can't let you out of your contract, we're going to extend it another 3 years or 2 years or a year or whatever it is, because they know if they leave, they know where they're going to go. They're going to go to All Elite Wrestling. Or they'll go back to Impact Wrestling, much like Rhino. He left, he went back to Impact Wrestling. Ken Shamrock, who hasn't wrestled in fucking forever, he was just on Impact Wrestling Slammiversary, and he put on a hell of a match. He's in great freaking shape. But I don't understand it. WWE just throws away all this talent that they have for people that have no skills whatsoever, and it's the same shit every freaking week on WWE, to the point that you can predict shit. Monday Night Raw, Rollins, Bray Wyatt. SmackDown, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan. There is not a week that goes by that you will not see one of those four people. I just don't get it. WWE has so much talent. They have all these people in the performance center, and I don't get it. And then they bring in people from other places, like Ricochet. If they would have brought him in and put him on the main roster, it would have been awesome. But then you got guys like they waste guys' talent basically. I mean, yeah, AJ Styles came in and he started right away, but then you got guys like Samoa Joe and Ricochet and Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano and all these other well-named people that are that are on. I mean, Johnny Gargano's from here in Ohio, where I'm from. I've been a Johnny Gargano fan forever, but you got guys that are well-known all over the world, and you put them on NXT, which up until recently was only a WWE Network show, and I didn't even know NXT was still around, like back when Nia and all them were on there. When when Becky and Charlotte and all them debuted on Raw, I was like, who the hell are they? And then someone was like, oh, they're from NXT. I'm like, NXT? The Elimination Show? And then that's when I started watching NXT, but even then I barely watched it. But yeah, right now, I think the best place for certain wrestlers is AEW because WWE has so much talent, but they don't know how to use it. But like, I'm trying to think of an example. Well, like Dean Ambrose. I mean, he was on his way out. They killed him. Neville. He was on his way out. There's another one. Pac or however the hell they pronounce his name. He was Neville in WWE. They made him useless on WWE, and then he goes over to AEW and he fucking kills it. Same with Moxley. And for people to say that AEW is full of a bunch of no-names, no. Daniels, Kazarian, the Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers, Luchasaurus, who was somebody from Lucha Underground, along with Pentagon and Phoenix. Awesome Kong, Brandy Rhodes, Cody, Dustin, DDP, Jericho, Santana, Ortiz. Those are names that people know. So to say that their company is a bunch of no-name losers who somebody just gave a job to give a job to is ridiculous. When Cody and Dustin had their match at the one pay-per-view in Vegas, or whatever it was, and after that match, when Cody said, I don't need a friend, I don't need a partner, I need my older brother, the crowd was so drawn to that. There were literally people in tears in the crowd because of the way WWE had tore Dustin and Cody apart. But, so like I said, I love AEW. I support what they're doing. I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to give an alternative wrestling to fans who want to see wrestling, not a soap opera, not the same shit, just in a different package, like WWE is doing. It's the same shit all the time. I mean, just like Hell in a Cell. How do you get disqualified in a Hell in a Cell match? But anyways, this has been Wrestling Gets Real. My name is Brandon, and I will see you soon.